Welcome to the very first podcast. I am your host, Unwachi Prince Uche, and I have a wonderful guest for today. You will love to see him. His name is Yomijojolo. Yeah, stay with us as we bring to you more on Posé Entertainment's podcast. Let's go.
My name is Abayomi Awudesu Oyename Yomijojolo, born in Lagos, Nigeria. And I'm a football coach and storyteller.
So, how do you combine both music and football together?
Well, they're the same thing, I love both, and I try to do what I like to do. Like I said, make a living out of what you like to do. Even though there's not a lot of money in it, but I enjoy coaching and I enjoy telling stories. Yeah.
So you wrote 10 solid tracks and you titled it Rubbish and Nonsense. So my question is, what is Rubbish and Nonsense all about? What's it all about?
Well, in few words, rubbish is what happened in the past and nonsense is what's still going on when it comes to society. Well, a lot differ. That's the album, Rubbish and Nonsense. It just went back into the African history, which a lot of it, I say it's rubbish. You can just use that word, and through slavery time, which we're not very familiar with in as much as we should in Nigeria, in Africa in general, compared to my people, African American people in America. Slavery is bad. They lived it, and they're still living it in one way or the other. But back home is a little different. So that has to do with that. That means the communication. There's no communication on the history of Africa between both sides, which is one of the reasons, because I happened to grow up in Nigeria, Lagos, and lived in America for a long time. So I basically lived two lives of both sides, and I see the need. I see what's missing is we understanding more about our history in Africa. Will put us in a better position to know how to deal with the current things that's going on, and vice versa. African American people, I honestly believe, need more of African culture.
So, sir, after all this you have done, what's your vision? What's your vision? All this you are doing.
You mean after the album? My hope is for the album is educational. It's not a quick radio play. It's what I believe should be, told in schools as storytelling musical. Understand? And kids remember stuff like that better. And actually, it's a good tool to tell history because teachers are uncomfortable telling the story or telling the history of, especially slavery, or bad events, and So it's absolutely my goal, vision. Hopefully, is to go around to an educational environment all over the world. Yeah.
Can you explain to us on how the vision came to life? How everything came to life? How was the process like?
Oh, the process is basically what's up is what's up. Through being able to communicate with with my people in Nigeria. We could talk, we could show videos, we could exchange script, get a lot done. Yeah, that is through that. Then meeting everyone that was involved in the album, just through chance. It wasn't planned. The album wasn't going to be about what I wrote when we met. When I met with Temple, Uche, and a few other people early, it wasn't about me at all in any way. Zero. It's true. WhatsApp, through some conversation, and I think it was Uche that we exchanged some few things, and he said, "Did you write that?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "I have plenty of those." Then he said, "Oh, okay." Everybody loved it, man, during your rehearsal. And I said, "Oh, I have plenty of those. Trust me, man." And that is how we end up, getting together online. And when we got here, we started working with other people, to bring it to life. Yeah, that's how it happened. Posé, it's Yoruba word, right? When people hiss at you, when they don't believe what you say, or they don't believe you can do certain things, Yoruba people, Posé, just you do it constantly. And I find it interesting, when that everybody does that. A lot of people do that. I do it, that sometimes, So that's where the word crochet came from. It's just some kind of interesting word. As you can tell, rubbish and nonsense, crochets. I find things that are that make people think of, have interest.
Yeah, I love the song called Story in the album. So I was like, what is it all about? Story. The song Story, the first song in the album.
The first song is the introduction. As a storyteller, you have to get people's attention. I want to tell you a story, na story, oh, na story, oh. The matter plenty, gone. Then you go into your whatever you have to say. Yeah, that's why we chose a story to start the song. To start the album. You introducing yourself, so people are ready to. This is interesting. Want to get their attention. Yeah, that's what inspired story.
Okay, nice.
Advice. Afrobeat is doing well. It's for everybody to work harder, but to write more about social conscience stuff, what's going on in society, that's Afrobeat. That's the origin of Afrobeat. It's based on that. If you anything else that you focus more on other stuff is not, to me, it's fine. It's what it is. Everybody do what they feel, but to do more of what's going on about society, to talk more about that lyrically and put those good beats to it, yeah.
Make it look good.
Look good? No, it's real. Real.
It's
real.
musical, but you're talking about the real life story.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. For them, for people to receive it, to get the message through the sound that they're hearing. Yeah, it's very good for children. The children, trust me, they know the lyrics of all the albums, everything that all these musicians put out there. So that's the best way to get through to them, about what's going on in life for real.
Shout out to you for staying with us and enjoying this lovely podcast. We'll bring more to you. Subscribe to this channel for more topics, beautiful topics, and watch out for our next podcast. It's going to be mad. We're bringing more guests for you. You will love it. Trust me. Thank you. Peace out.
Tell a friend to tell a friend, Posé Entertainment podcast.